Hey there, Lucy. I just wanted to let you know that I sent the money for this month. Go ahead and check your bank account to make sure it got there and let me know when you have, okay?
Thank you so much, Mom. You're the best.
Well, of course I was happy to send the money this month. But you know how we talked about how soon you'll have to rely on yourself for this kind of thing, right?
I know, but you have to know how hard I'm working now, right? And besides, both of my girls are in elementary school now. If you thought I was pricey, imagine having two of me running around.
I would rather not. You are already more than a handful to deal with. That being said, I hope that you're getting enough from Eric as well. Is he sending enough in child support? I mean, between both of your salaries, I would assume that you could afford to take care of a couple of kids.
Yeah, it helps for sure, but it's also just not easy taking care of little ones like this. I mean, Kaylee's in the 5th grade and she already has a cell phone. Can you believe that? That, and the two of them have their after-school clubs that they like going to as well. And apparently, some of the other kids at school have been talking behind my girls' backs because of the divorce.
Well, I can certainly understand those feelings. It's just that sending you $1,000 every month hasn't been easier on my wallet either, of course. So maybe if you could just try and cut back a little here and there so you'll have more money for the next month?
Mom, you do know that I'm already saving as much money and cutting as many corners as I can, right?
Well, of course I know that, but have you ever considered moving back in with me?
You mean you would want all of us to go and move back into your place?
Well, if you did move here, you wouldn't have to pay any rent, of course. And you're always saying how hard it is to find a sitter when the girls are going to be at home by themselves. Not to mention the fact that it sounds like you have enough of a challenge just making it back home from work without doing any overtime.
I appreciate the offer, Mom, but I just really don't want to move back home.
But why not? You know that I want to be there for you if you're feeling like you're in trouble. I just thought I would offer because it sounded like a good way to lessen the burden of having to take care of two little ones by yourself. I really can't see anything wrong with it personally.
I know, but this is something that I decided for myself when I divorced Eric. I told myself that I was going to be the only one to raise my girls, so I'm sorry, but I simply won't go home.
Lucy, what in the world are you talking about? Just because we all would be living together, that doesn't mean that you wouldn't be the one raising your daughters.
I know, but I want to get as little help from people as I can. I just want to be a good parent and do this on my own. I just feel like moving in with you would be taking the easy way out. Do you understand?
I understand that, but it would also be what's best for your wallet. And besides, aren't you already getting financial help from me?
That's totally different and has nothing to do with this. It's just one thing that I ask for once a month. It's not a whole living in a house.
I get that, but don't you think you would save even more money by not having to pay rent or utilities or things like that?
I really don't think you should be telling me how to budget for my family.
Well, okay then. Do you think you could tell me what you're spending your money on? I mean, how much do you usually have left over at the end of the month?
Ugh, what is this, a math test now? I just know when I'm reaching the limits of my budget, okay?
Lucy, when you talk like that, it kind of makes me nervous for you. I think you really need to get a better grasp on your finances and your budget if you want to get out of this cycle. I understand that it's a pain, but if you could just take the time to track your expenses, I'm sure you would see places where you could save money. I mean, there are so many free budget apps that you can download to your phone.
But it's not like those things now when you buy something. You're still the one that has to input all that information, right? I would forget to do that all of the time.
Oh, come on. It's just like building a new habit. Just keep at it for a month and it'll be fine. If you'd like, I can help you make a budget the next time I go there next month.
That's fine, Mom. I don't need you to do that for me at all.
Well, if I'm not going to do it for you, then you have to do it yourself.
Well, maybe I will. So there, what do you say to that?
Lucy, I really don't think you should be taking this attitude with me about your money when I'm the one helping you here.
You're right. I'm sorry about that.
I just really want you to think about living with me, okay? Really, really think about it. Even if you just moved to a house nearby, I could still help you with the kids when you needed it. And I just know things would get easier for you too.
I get that, Mom, but if I did move back there, then that would mean changing the schools for the girls. And I just really don't think that I could put them through that. It wouldn't be fair at all.
Well, you might be onto something there.
But I promise that I am trying to think about the future. I'm already thinking of what kind of man I could marry to have a good life.
Now, obviously, it's important to think about yourself and make sure that you're happy. But you're a parent now, so I just hope that you're thinking about the girls, too.
Yes, Mom, I am thinking about the well-being of my own daughters. Thank you for asking. Hey, Mom, are you there? I'm really, really sorry to ask for this so suddenly, but I need $500 right now.
Sorry, you want me to send you $500? Can I at least ask what this is for? Because I wasn't going to be sending you any more money until next month.
I know, but the girls have some field trips and club stuff coming up, and I just forgot to include that in my budget.
And you don't have any money that you can move around to pay for that.
Yeah, it's already all going to other stuff, so...
I see. Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it?
I'm not happy about this either, Mom. Trust me.
Well, okay. I guess I've given you this much money that $500 really isn't so bad. I can send it tomorrow. Will that be okay?
That'll be fine. Thank you so much. I still haven't gotten paid yet, or else I wouldn't be asking.
But do you really need $500 for some school activities?
Well, these are the club fees, the field trips, and I wanted to buy the girls some camp stuff too, since that's happening at the end of the year. All the other kids always make fun of the girls because they think we're poor, so I just wanted them to have some new clothes to show off in.
Lucy, I think it's amazing that you care so much for your girls and want to get them new clothes. But the fact that you just told me that you didn't have any spare money or room in your budget to move things around is very worrying to me. Do you mind if I ask you what you spent the money I sent you last week on? Did you make a budget?
Well, I was making a budget, but then things got so busy that I really only got about halfway through it.
Well, I told you that I would be happy to work with you in making one, didn't I? Have you kept any receipts from this month at all?
No, I haven't.
Lucy, what am I going to do with you? If you're having trouble with your money, then that means you need a budget. You do know that your dad and I aren't going to be able to be there for you forever, right?
I know that, Mom. Of course I'm not planning everything on just you and Dad.
You say that, but I'm not seeing any changes in your behavior about this at all. And if you aren't going to take more responsibility, then I may have to rethink sending you money at all.
But wait, if you do that, then what do you think is going to happen to the girls, huh? You can't just cut me off like that. Besides, this isn't even my fault. Eric was the one who left me. It's all his fault that my life has gotten so hard. I never wanted any of this.
Well, if things are hard and if you do want our support, then I think you know what you need to do. I am not going to pretend like you have it easy taking care of those girls on your own. But I know that you know there are people around you who want to help. But you can't just expect that help to only come in the form of money. There are other ways for you to get the help you need. We've already talked about how it would be cheaper for all of us if you just moved in and I stopped sending you the money every month.
But I am trying so hard. I don't want to have to say that I gave up.
I understand that feeling very well. But you have kids that you need to think about. I mean, your girls are only in elementary school. If you think they're expensive to take care of now, just wait. Besides, this isn't giving up. It's just a change of plans.
Well, that's easy for you to say when you've never had to work a day in your life. You've always been a housewife who has only ever relied on someone else for money. I don't think you've ever had a rough day in your life, and you certainly have some nerve talking to a hard worker like me about how I should be fixing my life.
Lucy, I think you know how ridiculous you're starting to sound now. Everyone faces adversity in their lives. I have had plenty of challenges and struggles that I have had to overcome in my life, too.
Even if that is true, you've still never had to be a single mother. And yes, you still think that you're in a position to be able to tell me what's best for my kids? Have you even ever had to work an hour of overtime in your life? So I am really sorry that I have to keep coming to you for help with money and stuff, but you don't know my life, so please keep your opinions of what I should be doing with it to yourself. Grandma, are you awake right now? Please, if you're awake, can you message me?
Wait, is this Kaylee?
I'm sorry, Grandma. Did I wake you up now?
No, of course you didn't wake me up, dear. I was actually already awake and getting myself some water. So don't worry, you can talk to me. What are you doing up so early, sweetheart?
I was just wondering, can we go to your house right now?
Wait, you want to come to Grandma's house right now? But it's barely even morning. I mean, just why are you awake at 4 a.m. anyway?
Well, I was really hungry. I haven't had any food in 3 days. My tummy hurts so bad. Everything hurts.
You haven't had anything to eat in 3 days? But your mom is there at home with you and your sister, right?
No, Mommy isn't here. She still hasn't come back home. I think she ran away. I think she doesn't want Emily or me anymore.
You're telling me that your mom isn't there at home with you right now?
Yeah, I don't know where she went, but she's not at home.
And she hasn't been home at all for the past 3 days?
That's right. She left 3 days ago, and that was the last time that Emily and I had anything to eat.
Sweetie, you stay right there and Grandma is going to come and pick you both up, okay?
But we're not at our house right now, Grandma.
Kaylee, what do you mean by that? Where are you right now if you're not at home?
We're outside. I told Emily last night that we were going to walk all the way to your house.
So you and Emily are outside right now by yourselves? You should have called me right away.
I really wanted to ask you for help, Grandma, but Mom told me never to do that.
I can't believe that she's done this. What in the world is going on over there?
I thought that there might have been some stores on the way to your house that maybe Emily and I could buy something with the money we scraped together.
That was a very good idea, Kaylee.
I know, but there haven't been any stores at all. And I don't even have very many coins anyways. And now Emily and I are both really hungry, and Emily keeps crying, and I just want to be at your house, Grandma.
Oh, don't tell me that you waited this long to call me because you thought I would be sleeping.
Of course. I didn't want to make the phone ring while it was still so dark outside. That's why I waited till now that the sun has started to come up to try and talk to you.
Well, do you have any idea where you are right now?
I think there are some train tracks kind of close. Actually, I think I see the stop that we get off at sometimes just up ahead. That must mean that we're really close to your house after all.
Okay, well, if you can go and wait at Grandma's stop, I'll be right there, okay? Just please try not to talk to any strangers and just wait for me right there.
Hey, Mom, are you there? I'm just reaching out because today is usually the day you send money and I'm not seeing anything. So I just wanted to message you to remind you to send that.
I am never going to give you another cent, Lucy.
Wait, what? Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you're still upset about our last conversation. I already said I'm sorry and that I would try and make a budget when I had more time to.
Oh, please. You think I'm going to believe that now? You are never going to do that.
Where is this coming from all of a sudden? You know how hard things are going to get for me and your grandchildren if I don't get that money, right? Even Eric is late on his child support and he's not answering the phone. So can you please just send me the money now?
Well, he hasn't sent you any money because Eric also won't be ever giving you another cent.
What are you talking about? Why are you talking as if you know what he's thinking?
Well, that would be because I'm sitting right here with him now.
What are you talking about? What the heck is going on right now, Mom?
What is going on is that we are trying to clean up the horrible mess that you left. I mean, you left home 4 days ago and abandoned your daughters to take care of themselves? Did you know that I found them hungry, shivering, and covered in grime? Do you have any idea just how many hours they were out walking? Those children could have been really hurt. Or worse.
Wait, what the heck is going on here?
Oh, please. I already know what's been going on. You've been leaving your children all alone so that you can go out on dates, haven't you? And that's what you've been spending all my money and all of Eric's money on. And not only that, but now you're away on some trip with this new man of yours? I really just can't believe you, Lucy. I never, ever want to hear from you again.
Wait, no, Mom. You've got this all wrong, I swear. I'm not away on some vacation or something. This is just a work trip, that's all.
You know, even though Kaylee is only 10 years old, she can see right through you. She knows when you're actually working and when you're not.
Well, I left them some money for them to buy some food for themselves. It's not like I was trying to make them go hungry.
Oh, I saw the money you left with them. All $20 of it. But it's already been a whole week since you've left. How are they supposed to have survived on just that for that amount of time, huh? And just what are you thinking leaving the house for a week while your children are here all alone anyways, huh?
But it really was work, I swear.
I don't care if it really was work. That still isn't something that you do. But I already called your office and they told me that you started working part-time there and that you're always asking for time off. You probably still aren't even home to notice that neither of your daughters are even there. Not only that, but I asked Kaylee about the camp and the new clothes and all the things that you said you wanted the money to do for them. And she had no idea what I was talking about. You lied to me, your own mother, just for money.
Please, I just needed a break from taking care of them. You don't know what it's like to be a single mother.
There you go again, playing that card. Well, I talked to Eric and he told me about how you two actually divorced because you were having an affair.
Mom, please, it wasn't like that at all. You've got this all wrong. I mean, these are my daughters. Do you really think that I would ever do anything to hurt them?
I don't care what excuses you have to try and excuse what you've done. You have treated your children and your family terribly, and you are going to pay for this. Mark my words. After that, I talked to Eric about hiring a lawyer to fight for his right to custody. He agreed, and after explaining to the judge what Lucy had put her daughters through, the trail didn't last long. Now they live with their father and seem much, much happier. As for Lucy, after losing the children and the money being sent from Eric and I, she was truly on all her own for the first time in years. She tried to beg me to let her come and live at my house. But when she wouldn't give it up, I told her that I was going to be cutting her out of my life forever. Now I don't tell anyone that I have a daughter, which of course makes it confusing when I mention my grandchildren. Lately I've just started telling them that she lives in another state and that's why nobody ever sees her. But honestly, what matters most to me is making sure that my family is never put into a position like that again. And as long as Kaylee and her sister are happy and healthy, that's all that's really important to me. After getting to know Eric a bit better, I realized that he and the girls were going to have a much better life with him than with their mother. In fact, the court actually ordered that she keep her distance from all three of them when he gave Eric custody. I supported Lucy for all that time because she was family, and I trusted her to know what was best for her own daughter. If it wasn't for Kaylee thinking to call me, I'm not sure what would have happened. I still shudder just thinking of how long those two girls were outside on their own. And while I clearly didn't want things to go the way they did with Lucy, it's always important to put the children first. After all, that's the only way they'll learn to take care of the generations that come after them. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.